After my video about pre-Combine Half-Life 2 maps, I wanted to cover maps that would show how the Black Mesa facility was like before the Resonance Cascade happened, and I think I found something that's even better. This is Half Life Induction, a mod that gives us a look into the very idea I wanted to see. It starts with Barney Calhoun leading us to the elevator, but along the way we get to see a very nicely mapped and well-detailed version of the Black Mesa facility. At first I thought it was way overboard, but then I remembered in expansions like Blue Shift and Decay, the facility did look very much detailed like here. So the mod is basically a natural evolution in the design of the whole lab. The first level is basically Gordon's first day as a research associate in Black Mesa. The mod doesn't follow a connected story, but rather disjointed levels, and in each of them Gordon is doing something around the facility. After Barney, we get to meet Dr. Kleiner and get ourselves registered as an employee. Then we get to meet Eli Vance, and I really like the inclusion of most of the major characters in the whole Half-Life story. I also saw this female character, which I think is Kate from the mod Azure Sheep, but I think I might be mistaken. There was also a reference to Heart of Evil, another classic mod. And then we get to see Dr. Keller for a moment too. Then Eli takes us to our dorm room where we meet Dr. Magnuson and hear baby Alex cry as well.
This is my daughter, Alex. She's got a flu recently, but she'll be alright. My wife Azian is with her. I'll introduce you to them later. For now, we should proceed.
Then the mod jumps forward in time and now we're at the hazardous course. We see Gina and Colette on a poster as well. I liked how this area is taken directly from the PS2 version of the hazard course. Of course, we don't actually do the course, but rather the mod again jumps forward in time. In this instance, Dr. Kleiner has locked himself out of his office and we have to race Barney and somehow unlock the door. This is a reference to a pre-known fact that Barney and Gordon used to race in the vents whenever Dr. Kleiner would lock himself out. Now what I can't remember if this little reference or trivia was established in Black Mesa or if it was established in one of the earlier games' manuals. The next level has us in a very familiar location, Sector C Labs. At first I thought this was going to be the end of the mod where we go through the Resonance Cascade again, but actually it's just a test we're doing with Dr. Rosenberg. One little continuity error here is that Rosenberg and Gordon never worked together during their times at Black Mesa, because in Blue Shift, Rosenberg says to Barney that quote-unquote, they're looking for someone named Freeman. We also get to see Gina Cross for a moment too. This part was kind of nice as it gives us an idea into what Gordon actually did at his job before the disaster happened. Basically, we're taking some Zen crystal samples and zapping them with lasers and such. And then comes this little part where we're just about to board a tram going into Sector C, about to trigger the inevitable. The original Half-Life didn't have much of a world-building aspect to it. Apart from the things directly shown to the player, there wasn't much exposition or any backstory given for any of the characters. The most we could learn was from the game's manual or the little dialogue some of the NPCs would say. And I was thinking, would it have made a difference if the actual game had a 20-minute section like this in it? Rather than just starting off from the tram, would having all these characters get introduced make a difference? Of course, all of these characters were established later in Blue Shift, Decay, and then Half-Life 2, so it wasn't even possible at the time. The mod is basically taking something from the future and implementing into the past, and that's why it feels so interesting. The mod is like Half-Life 1, but if Valve exactly knew what was going to happen in Half-Life 2. But yeah, it's a short little mod with nice references to characters, and I would highly recommend you to check it out. That's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, and a big thanks to these benefactors for supporting the channel. I'll see you in the next one.